Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Govs on the Go Staff Spotlight, a podcast featuring staff in the College of Arts and Letters here at Austin Peay State University. My name is Dr. Hoon. I'm the Dean of the College. I'm also the host of the podcast. And today, my guest is Calie Benke, Administrative Assistant in the Center of Excellence in the Creative Arts, also known as CECA. Calie, thank you for being on the podcast.
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm very excited.
Great. We're going to talk a little bit about what CECA is in terms of the special part of how it serves not only the college, but also Austin Peay in general. We're going to talk a little bit about you. So tell me about where you grew up and what you used to like to do as a young person. I'm always interested in finding that out about somebody.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in a small town, well, it's more of a suburb, up-and-coming suburb, Hendersonville, Tennessee, northeast of Nashville. And, you know, I've always loved reading and writing, even as a kid. A little fun fact and kind of a flex that I like to throw out sometimes is when I was in first grade, I was already reading at a 12th grade reading level.
Holy
so in the libraries, we would have like an index card that would serve as our library card, and we'd have the differently colored stickers that would indicate what kind of books you could check out depending on the level you could read at. And I very distinctly remember achieving like the black sticker, which indicated the 12th grade reading level.
So you were checking out a variety of books very early on.
A ton of books.
Yeah. And so did that come from your mom and dad? Did somebody help encourage you to that, or did you just find it on your own?
I think I've always just really appreciated stories. I've always loved history, which is a story in and of itself. Mm-hmm. And when I was growing up, there would be some extended family members who would encouraged me, saw how much I like to read and encouraged me to keep going. But for the most part, I was really the only big reader in my family, and it just flourished from there. I'm still a very big reader.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you somehow you got connected with Austin Peay. Did you come here as an undergrad, and what did you major in?
Yes. I came here directly from high school into my undergrad at Austin Peay. I initially came for nursing, which is a complete 180 because I changed to being an English major, and then I minored in history and creative writing. So I came to Austin Peay as an undergrad. Yeah,
and you went the whole College of Arts and Letters route, which I appreciate.
Yep. I was College of Arts and Letters through and through. I did a year of grad school before the pandemic had me shift my attention a little bit, but I found my way back here.
Absolutely. And then when did you join as the CECA offices, and tell us a little bit about what you found in terms of working at a university. What's the benefits of that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started with CECA back in September 2023, September 1st, very distinct. I had actually came from working at a credit union. I was in finances, which is another complete 180.
Yeah.
And I was struggling with feeling fulfilled because I'm a very creative person. And finances, you can be creative to a certain extent, but not when you're immersed in it like this. So I actually connected with Andrea and applied to this position. And one of the biggest benefits, I think, of working at a university is the community on so many different levels. So you see the student community, you have your community of colleagues, and you come to work and it's a walkable community. We have, you can go from the gym to eating with your friends to working with your colleagues to checking out a book at the library, and it's all in this one concentrated area. And there's so much collaboration that happens in order to promote the success of students. It's a very enriching and fulfilling experience to be able to contribute to that, to see it, and to have lived it too.
Now, you don't have as comparison what it's like to work in a department office, but have you determined what the benefits or the differences maybe of working in the CECA office, which is designed to benefit students still just in a different way?
Absolutely. So I would definitely say I get to see the fruits of the students' labors, whereas with the department office, you handle a lot of logistics, there's a lot of grades, a lot of stress surrounding like attendance and all of that kind of stuff for students in classes. But I get to see the result of what they learn in their classes. They get to apply for the opportunities that SECA promotes and presents, and you see them flourish. They kind of come into your own. You're able to see them outside of that academic environment, and it's, again, just super, super fulfilling to be able to see them, their full arc.
And for some of our listeners and viewers that may not know, SECA's been around now. We're coming on our 40th anniversary, which is really an awesome part of Austin Peay's history as well. Have you ever thought about that you get to be a little, at least a part of that history in such an important part of our own legacy?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been in this position only for 2 years as of a month and a half or so ago. And the amount of history that I learn just in order to complete my day-to-day tasks and to promote SECA to the most accurate and its fullest extent, you get to see Austin Peay in a way throughout time. You know, David Till coming through and founding. I'm also managing editor for Zone 3 Press, so I get to see how all of these people came together and connected to create this thing, this artistic, like wonderful thing for students and the community and campus, and we're still here. And so it is really fascinating to be a part of that and to continue to improve it, to continue to promote it and have even more students learn about who we are and what we do and see them again get these opportunities and come into their own and really come to love SECA itself too. So the legacy kind of gets carried on if we're doing our jobs right.
Yeah. Do you have a special memory from the last 2 years that you felt like really was glad that I got to be a part of that and be around maybe a visiting artist?
Yeah. I feel like there are so many different ways to look at this, because you can have visiting authors come in who just really connect with the students. Kiese Lemon visited us last spring, and he was originally only supposed to sign books for like 30 minutes, and he had like an early flight out, or he was on a very strict timetable. He needed to get out. We were bringing our professionalism in our events, like we were kicking it up a notch to make sure we handled it correctly. And he stayed for 20 or 30 minutes more. He was just really connecting with the students. He gave us a shout out later. He said there was just something really special going on at Austin Peay, and I think that was a really cool moment to be a part of putting that event together, seeing the students' impact on outside community members and how, KSA impacted them. And like I said, it's magic. It's really cool to be able to see all this creative energy just be funneled into something.
Well, let's talk a little bit about outside of work, because I know there's life outside of work for some people, at least. And you mentioned that you still are an active reader. Any genre, what kind of books do you like to check out, and what kinds, are you involved with book clubs? Do you have a group of people that you like to talk with the reading about? What do you do outside of work?
Yeah, so I am a massive romance girly. I love to read romance, and then I'm also a part of a couple different book clubs, one more on a personal level, but I'm also a part of the band book club on campus right now. Dr. Anthony Morris is heading that one. We're currently reading Carrie, which is my first time, so that's crazy. And then I also have a personal book club where we read more popular fiction, but not necessarily romance, kind of working on like a little bit of historical stuff here, some classical stuff here that have influenced a lot of other different things in pop culture. But yeah, I think romance is my thing, is my jam for forever and ever.
So I also understand that you write. And what kind of topics do you like to, express yourself in that format?
Yeah, I really enjoy being able to write romance as well. I think romance is such a special genre because it's the most popular genre ever, but it's so underrated because women love it the most. And so it's so, you could, and I'm sure it exists out there, courses could be taught over the impact and influence of romance. Romanticy has been leading the book sales industry for a while. We're just now starting to see a decline. But I think exploring romance in a way that explores identity as well, kind of figuring out unique dynamics and highlighting potentially underrepresented voices in my writing is really important to me and really fulfilling.
Yeah, well, it certainly shows that you not only appreciate a good story, you like to tell a good story, which is part of what I think our role as humans is to not only take somebody else's story, but to add to it and pass it along to another person, which is what I can appreciate that you are doing there. I also understand you have a dog. I want you to talk about your dog.
My puppy, my Zuko, he is a Rottweiler mix, and when we got him, he was 9 months old. He turned a year in April, so he's about a year and a half old now. He is mischievous. I am trying my best to train him. We are on track to have it become a service animal for myself, and the vision is hard to see some days, but he's so lovable. He's very touch dependent, so he's gonna be an amazing pressure therapy type of a service animal, and he's the cutest thing. I walk into Governor Square Mall downtown, and at least 5 to 10 people every time I take him there are just fawning over him, and it probably gets to his head a little bit, which is probably why he misbehaves at times, but he's adorable. I love him.
And always glad to see you at the end of a long day, I'm sure.
Yes, very loyal, very happy.
Well, thank you again for not only what you do in the SECA offices, but thank you for being on the podcast today, Calie.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And thanks to all of our listeners and viewers out there for joining us. We will continue to profile some of the outstanding staff members we have here in the College of Arts and Letters at Austin Peay State University. So until next time, stay safe, take care, and God bless.